Dímelo, mi gente de Sportlay en PRTV, la casa de los prospectos. Aquí estamos con un prospecto, Joseph Brown. También estamos con nuestro colaborador, Sportbox TV Official. Y mi amigo, mi brother, Philly Five Words 215. Estamos activos, vamos a hacer esto. Una gran entrevista con un gran prospecto. Joseph, how do you start boxing training?
I started in a gym when I was like 6 years old, but my dad's been teaching me how to fight since I was born.
Okay, and then 6 years old. How was it? How was it like? So you were maybe only in the first grade when you first started fighting, right?
Yeah, I mean, like I said, like he started teaching me how to throw punches and stuff as soon as I learned how to walk and you know all that. And I started like in like a karate school when I was like 3 years old, and then I started in actual boxing gym at 6.
Holy.
What state do you represent?
Right now I'm in Canada, and I live in Vancouver, British Columbia, Canada. But I was born in Miami, Florida.
Oh, okay. And okay, so how did you make your way over to Vegas?
Well, I started going to Vegas when I was like 14, because I had started training with Jeff Mayweather. My dad became friends with him online when I was like a couple years before that, and then after a while, I went down there to start training with him. So then, yeah, I've been going to Vegas ever since.
And that's the power of social media, right? Nowadays, like back in the day, we didn't have that power of social media. You know what I mean? So that's all about networking. Like, to be honest, Junior is one of my best buddies now, and we just met each other recently, like a year ago, and we met online. We met online, so that's the new thing. Okay, so 14. So that little space in between 6 years old and 14. What did you do at school? How was it like with your other peers? And did they know that you were a fighter, or at least your family was in martial arts, right?
Yeah. My dad did martial arts growing up his whole life. I mean, everyone in school that I was with, they knew that I was a martial artist, and I fought and
Yeah.
stuff. But I really didn't like to talk about it that much. I just kind of like to keep it to
Keep it on
myself
the
if possible. But yeah,
wait until somebody tests you.
You
yeah.
you talk about the Mayweathers. We know how hard it is even to get close to one of them.
Mm.
How you make it?
I mean, well, my dad had became friends with Jeff first, which is his uncle, and he started training me, and then just from being in the gym, I guess word got around to Floyd, and then he popped in the gym one day while I was training, and then we started talking a lot, and he came a couple other times watching me train, cornered me while I sparred, and then that's how me and Floyd really got close, and then he signed me right after that.
Russell.
hmm Now, just as you was talking just earlier about meeting on social media, that's how me and Joseph's father, Martin, that's how we pretty much met. We was, me doing the videos with Philly Fight World and everything. I met Joseph and his father it's probably been almost a year ago, and was able to go out in Vegas. Uh, Seeing Jeff work with Joseph. And actually, even before I met Joseph and met his father, I had a conversation. I went out there for the Crawford Spence fight, and I met Jeff then. And just coincidentally, I met Jeff, and he spoke about Joe. And then coincidentally, a few months later, I was able to meet Joseph and his father. And like I said, I went out there again with Jeff. Shot Joseph with the camera and everything. Did some videos with him, and we've been friends ever since. We've been friends. So he's come. He's visited Philadelphia. I introduced him to Boots and Bozy at Bozy's Dungeon, and he worked out with those guys. He's actually here now working with them. and it's just continues to go. We just, I think right now it's a good time in boxing in the Philadelphia, New Jersey area. You got a lot of it's active with fighters right now, and so I think that's one of the reasons why Joseph is here now. Of course, because he's learning, he's meeting different fighters in this area, and this, like I said, this area is getting very active in fights now. With the Danny Garcias and the match rumors coming in with signed with Bozy and those guys, and it's a good time for boxing in this area. It's a good time.
Let's keep talking about that. Joseph, how you feel coming to Philadelphia, training with Boosie, learning from Jaron Ennis? Talk to me all about it, bro.
It's been great. Boots is one of my favorite fighters. I've been watching him like for so long. Even before he was like super popular, I've been watching Boots, and I remember I think like a year and a half ago, almost 2 years ago, was like the first time I came to Philly and actually got to go and spar with him, and I've learned so much since then, just from the few rounds that I did sparring with him, and Bozy and Aaron Ford, they're amazing trainers, and I learn so much whenever I'm here. So I love it.
What you learn about them?
Just I can't give away all the secrets, but definitely they do train hard. I say that for sure. And definitely like training with them, you see why why Boots is as good as he actually is.
Would you practice another sport?
Well, outside of combat sports, probably not. But I mean, growing up, I did all the different mixed martial arts, boxing, kickboxing, taekwondo, jiu-jitsu. As an amateur, I was 67-0 in all the different combat sports. I won nationals like 6 times, won world championships too in Muay Thai.
So wait,
yeah.
your whole life you've never took an L?
Nah.
Holy cow! Holy shit! There's not a lot of 18-year-olds that could say that.
Yeah. So I mean, maybe in the future, crossover MMA and win the title there, because I'd be the first male to do that. But.
Oh, this is exciting.
This is a big talent, Jay. This is a big talent who practice different sport. He dominate in different sport, and like he say, bro, he's still undefeated. He's growing up. The big leagues is watching him. Now he practice with training with Boosie, Jaron Ennis in Philadelphia, which is a plus. It's a plus in your career, brother. And I believe we're watching a next world championship. I don't know if you guys believe it, but this is how I see it.
Thank you.
Yeah, I definitely see it. And that's going back to when I first met him and actually seeing him live, like when I met him, of course, he was just 17 years old. And I said, man, I told him and his father, I said, you got to come over to Philly. I said, y'all got to come over there. We got some good trainers. And I said, and I mentioned Aaron, and like Joseph said, Aaron Ford and Bozy. I said, once they get their hands on you and just show you that Philly style, and I said, man, you're gonna be untouchable. And right now, like I said, he's still young. He's still young, just turned 18. So he's gaining that experience, man, and at such a young age. And he's working with the right people now, and that's why I said. I go back to Aaron Ford because, like I said, me and him, we had a personal relationship. We've been friends for a few years now. And when Aaron seen him, he got excited. He says, "Yeah." He says, "Yeah, we got a next world champ, as you said." And it's sky's the limit for him. Sky's the limit, man. Not too many people his age is able to get that experience this young, and so he's right on course. He just, as I always tell him, I say, just be patient, man. Your time gonna come.
Let's put it like this, Joseph. I'm Eddie Hearn, Mushroom. I want to make a mega fight. Joseph versus who? You think you can make a mega fight?
I mean, like,
Give me a name, brother. You know who is good.
anybody can get it. Anybody can get it. Like, I don't do name calling, but you know, I just train hard and I fight whoever they put in front of me.
Division, that's like 154. You about how much you weigh now?
Yeah, I'm still fighting at 54 now. It could be 60 soon, but we'll see.
Yeah.
So are you helping Boots get ready for his fight right now?
I haven't sparred with him yet, but everyone's been telling me that I need to spar with him because the guy that he's fighting likes to move a lot, and I actually use my movement a lot. So everybody's been saying that I need to go spar with him. So I'm sure I'll work with him before I leave.
Oh, that's going to be a good experience right there. That's going to be that's the type of experience that Russell said, that a lot of 18-year-olds don't have this type of experience. World champions, Hall of Famers that, where you're training in Vegas, just the experience alone is just unbelievable, dude.
Yeah,
you're gonna learn a lot, and especially being in Philly, Boots is phenom. You know what I mean? This is not light work. This is amazing. So, how long have you been in Philly right now?
I got here. I got here a couple days ago. No, only 2 days so far.
Oh, okay. Only 2 days. How long are you gonna be here?
I'm here for another week and a little bit.
Is there anyone else that's supposed to be at the gym that you have not met? That's a professional fighter that you might do a little work with?
I can't really say. There's always different people coming down that I haven't seen before, or a lot of people will come from different parts of the DC area or even New York sometimes to come down and spar at the gym. So
there's
always new faces popping up in there.
Okay, and as far as since we're on the topic of sparring, what professional fighter has given you the toughest sparring session right now so far in your career?
It is really hard to say the toughest. But I mean,
who hit the hardest?
Probably Rolly.
And I saw that you put a post up with Rolly, and that was going to be a question because you said that's an inspiration to you and he's a big motivation to you. Tell us a little bit about Rolly and your relationship with him.
That's like my big brother. We're super close. I'm wearing a Rolly shirt right now. It's hard to see, but
oh wow.
I mean, we talk almost every day. I mean, he's helped me so much, not just inside the ring, but I mean even more outside. Super smart, intelligent guy, which a lot of people don't know because he acts different when he's on camera. But yeah, we're super tight.
Did he tell you to be loud?
Sorry?
Did he tell you to be loud?
Oh no, you don't tell me.
Well, there's a different type of Rolly now because if you've seen him since his last two fights, he's like a different type of Rolly. How he does, even in the press conferences and everything like that, he's still a huge presence, and he still has that same type of fame, if not more, star power. I mean, if not more, and still a household name. But how he speaks is not as like how you said, loud or anything like that, or it's toned down. And Joseph, do you notice this?
Yeah, for sure.
And how do you feel? Which Rolly do you like better? Or is it the same Rolly? And now we're seeing the real Rolly.
I think it's the same Rolly. Situations kind of everything. You know what I mean? So he'll do whatever he feels like he needs to do in his press conferences or his fights in order to promote it or
so the fight,
whatever the reasons are at that point in time.
Joseph, do you have a nickname?
The Prodigy.
Good. So far, what has been your best fight? That fight that you say, you know what? every time I thinking on a good fight, I'm thinking about this fight?
I say my last one. My last one that I had in Mexico, my third pro fight when is on the
Yep.
Floyd card.
Yep, that right uppercut right there.
Yeah.
You got three fights as a professional,
Yep.
3-0. We like to know what's next for you. When you gonna fight again?
I'll be fighting again November 30th in Atlantic City, New Jersey.
What card is that?
I don't know if I'm allowed to say yet, but
Oh,
you know,
is this an exclusive? So November 30th,
yeah, November 30th.
and you're gonna stay at 154.
It is in Atlantic City.
Yeah, it should be. Yeah.
We be there. We be there for sure. We feel it.
Oh,
We
appreciate it.
Jay, you know, you're more
Tri-state,
than welcome,
Tri-state.
brother.
Yeah.
Tri-state.
Definitely be there. Definitely be there to support.
Yeah, witnessing history.
What is the hardest thing for you in boxing?
To not overtrain. That's all I do. I just train. So hardest thing for me is like learn when to take breaks. You know, after people tell me to go like, well.
Yeah.
We learning about you, but we want to know about your team. Let's talk about your team, the person, the people who helping you to get where you are right now.
I say, well, definitely, you know, the main person would be my dad. Like I said, he's the one who got me started in it, and he's been training me ever since. He was also in my corner in my last fight on Floyd's undercard. So like he doesn't show his face too much, but you know he's always been there. So I say that he's like, you know, first person, like main person, you know, that's been helping me. And then of course now I'm in Philly. I'm training with you know, Bozy and Aaron. So you know they're gonna be you know they've been helping me a lot, and I've learned a lot from them. So no, yeah, you know I got a good team on me right now.
You know, in boxing, it's all about level.
Yeah.
What are you working right now to get to the next level?
Just
Yeah.
you know, I'm just doing my thing, training as hard as I can every day, and honestly, it's just time. You know, time and experience. You know, now that I'm 18, I can fight anywhere now, so I'm gonna be a lot more active, and you know, I'm just stay patient and let time pass and do its thing.
Do you practice another combat sport? Why you pick boxing? You got talent, in other sport, kickboxing and other contact sport. Why boxing?
Yeah, I don't know. As I got older, I just kind of started to single out boxing as my favorite. You know, in boxing, you only have your hands, so you gotta think a lot more because like what can you do with only two hands now? I don't have everything I can do. I only have two hands, so what do I have to do with just these two? And I'm a thinking person. Like my whole style, like I like to outthink the person. So I think that's kind of why I gravitated more towards boxing as I got older.
You never been in boxing and then get confused and throw a kick?
I mean, I think about it.
Yeah. That'd be hard. It's hard, guys, because you already,
you're right.
Kicking and then you boxing, you get confused sometimes. If I'm kicking too,
Kicking, throwing elbows,
exactly.
Everything. Yeah.
Exactly.
Right.
Joseph, I spoke to Chris Cyborg, and she told me, because you know how she did a few boxing fights, and she told me that boxing enhances her mixed martial arts because not a lot of mixed martial artists have hands like boxers, and that's what gives her the edge in mixed martial arts. Do you find the same? Does that resonate with you at all?
Yeah, for sure. Boxing helps my MMA for sure, and MMA helps my boxing a lot too.
Okay, so it goes both ways with you.
Yeah.
Okay. I wanted to kind of just go back to Rolly. You see how Rolly's an inspiration for you. What other fighters are you close to that have been like, I guess you said Rolly was actually your mentor or something like that in your post. Is there been anyone else that's been, you know, very, very close to you that you've looked up to in your journey here?
I say Roy Jones, another person that, you know, I'm super close with. Always helping me whenever I need help. I stayed at his house for a little bit to train.
In Florida?
Yeah, in Florida. So I mean,
Wow, look at this.
Yeah, Roy's always helping me. Floyd too. You know, Floyd helps me a lot. Gives me a lot of good insight about the boxing game and everything as well.
How about someone that's a little closer to you in age now? That you also, of course, you're familiar with Kermel. How is it that you guys are kind of coming up hand in hand right now in the same environment? How do you feel? I know you guys are in different weight classes, but do you guys learn from each other? And tell me a little bit about training with Kermel, and of course, he's you know.
Yeah, for sure. Me and Kermel are also we're super close. Talk almost every day. Yeah, he's great. You know, he's great. Another one of those great prospects that's gonna be, you know, world champion like super fast, like real soon. I definitely learn a lot from him. We push each other in the gym too. You know, I mean, he's a super hard worker, so you know that motivates me to, you know, train hard as well. So yeah.
Do you guys ever talk about the pressure that you guys have at such a young age? Have you guys ever spoken about the pressure? Because look at Kermel. I mean, he's at a rapid pace right now, and with yourself, I'm sure that you're going to be at a rapid pace as well. Do you guys ever talk about like stuff like that? Like, does it get to you guys, like the pressure?
You know, I wouldn't. I mean, like, you know, the pressure is there, but you know, it's more just motivation to just be even better. You know, prove everybody wrong than anything, to be honest. You know, I know for me, you know, speaking about me, if I'm just sitting here thinking about, you know, oh, the pressure, I'm gonna take away my focus from everything else I need to be doing, especially training, which is, you know, what's gonna help me get over that. So
Right.
you know, I try not to you know, think about it too much or let it get to my head.
Okay, and then this is my last question about topics. So do you see that? How did you feel about when Floyd was trying to get Lee Wood when he was a champion to fight Kermel? I think when he was only 2-0 or 3-0. How do you feel about taking that route if you had the opportunity to, or would you like to ease into the sport and then you know, become a champion? What if you had an opportunity right now, like if Lee Wood gave Kermel the opportunity? Would you take that opportunity?
I'd say in most cases no. It all depends. No, I feel like with a lot of the world champions that are in my weight class right now, I feel like I'm a lot. I feel like
you're 154.
Yeah, I feel like I'm better than most of them right now, and I've sparred with a few of them, like up and below. I've sparred with all the different contenders right now and prospects right now, and I don't have no problem with none of that. But it's still like, you know, just because I can do something doesn't mean it's the wisest decision in the world. So you know, if I could have it my way, I'd still like to, you know, ease my way into everything and, you know, build my experience. So that way, when I'm there, you know, I'm gonna have, you know, full confidence that everything's gonna go smoothly.
Absolutely. Everything.
Talk to me about that approach. Talk to me about that approach. What Floyd tell you? What was the conversation? Talk to me all about it, brother.
I mean, like I said, when I first met him, like at the gym when I was like 16, you know, we started talking and I was telling him about myself. And then, you know, the week I was there, he popped into the gym a couple more times, and you know, he was just watching me train. And another time he cornered me while I sparred, and he was just super impressed. He told me, like, he was shocked at my age, that I was only like 16 at that time. And he told me, you know, I was gonna be a world champion. And I think at that point, when Leonard was still with them, you know, he told Leonard to, you know, send me a contract. You know, that's how happened.
That's crazy.
You need to work on these. You need to do these.
Advice?
Some advice?
Yeah, I mean, like he's always giving me advice. I feel like at that time he was just more impressed with everything that I was doing, especially when I sparred and like he watched me spar and I told him, I was 16 too. Like the fact that I was so young and everything. Like he told me,
Yeah, that's
I
crazy.
was gonna be. I remember he told me he's gonna be a world champion like for sure.
That's awesome, man. Philly, come on, brother, kill it.
Yeah, and that's exactly what I said when I seen him, because he has all the attributes to be a great fighter, and especially in that weight division. He's the tallest in that weight division. He would be one of the tallest. I think Fundora is the tallest probably in that division now,
Yeah.
but Joseph is right there with him. And so his height and his reach, and as I said, his all around skills is going to give anybody a problem. Anybody in that weight class a problem. And like I said, that's when I first seen him, I knew it. I said this kid is going to be good. He's going to be very good. And it's just like I said, patience and a matter of time. God willing, everything works out. But it's he has everything. He has all the tools. He has all the
For the
tools, and
people,
like I said, if you
for,
see him work out, and if you see him train, if you see him spar, I mean, he's got it all. He's got it all. Like I said, I always tell him just to keep learning. He's in a good position now. We can learn from these trainers and different fighters. So it's just a matter of time. It's just a matter of time, man. He has the
Joseph,
talent.
for the people that they don't have the opportunity to know you yet, what type of fighter do you consider yourself?
I think I'm like a boxer puncher. Um, I have really good defense. That's like my main thing. That's why I'm able to go in there with like any champion like right now and hold my own because I don't be getting hit like that. So I'm super defensive, but I got power too. Like you see all my fights, they ended like the first second round. So yeah, I'm a boxer puncher. Exciting when I want to be too.
I want you to send a message for the people who don't know you yet, to start following your career, to start watching you fight. Because we really believe, I don't know if you guys agree, we really believe that you're going to become a world champion soon.
Thank you.
So invite that people
Absolutely.
to follow your career, brother.
Thank you. Yeah, for sure. Like I said, I'll be fighting November 30th in Atlantic City, so make sure you tune into that. And I feel like I'm a special talent, different from the rest of the prospects. I feel like just like my style is like it's a mix of a bunch of different fighters, including myself and things that I add in with myself. Especially, and a lot of the fighters are like from back in the day. So like when you see me fight, it's kind of like almost something that this generation like hasn't seen before. But like the people that are older kind of understand where it's coming from. So I feel like that's very exciting because it's not every day that you get to see a fighter kind of mix in like things from back in the day to now. So I think that's what makes me very special and unique. So if you want to see someone exciting and different, then definitely tune into me.
What are you doing different from the others that really make you special?
I say just some of my attributes, just like my defense, my footwork for sure. I think like a lot of my footwork like resembles like Sugar Ray Leonard and Muhammad Ali, and you don't see a lot of people moving like that. Like
That's a killer combo right there.
yeah, but
Mhm.
definitely like prime like Roy Jones too. I have in me like I have like a bunch of different fighters in me. Like you'd have to just like see me train, like point it out and understand what I'm talking about. So that's what I'm saying.
Yeah,
Like definitely tune into my fights and you'll see what I mean.
How
yeah.
you get close to Roy?
Um, I think I was friends with a fighter, and he had told Roy about me, and then me and Roy started talking like that, and then I think Roy he came to watch me fight at one of my nationals one time. So he came and watched me fight, and of course, loved what he saw, and we became super close after that. And then not too long later, I went over to his house for like a week, and you stayed at his house, just training and picking up everything.
You are 16 plus national champion. Which is your hardest opponent?
Um, I say like when I was in world championships, like I fought 3 times. Yeah, I fought 3 times. I think my first one was probably my hardest one because that kid was also like a multiple time like national champion and stuff too. So I think that one was probably like one of my hardest.
Jay, you
Is
got
that
some
Yeah.
is
question,
that
brother?
kid still fighting? Do you know of?
Yeah, he's still like since we fought, he won like world championships like 5 times.
Oh
What
wow.
is his
Okay.
name?
Yeah. His name's oh my gosh, I think it's some Kobe Carr. Kobe Carr. I think that's his name.
And this is mixed martial arts, MMA.
Yeah, this was Muay Thai. Muay Thai.
Oh,
Yeah.
Muay Thai.
Mm. And that's why, like, it's not in the pedigree of the Muay Thai and the mixed martial arts. You know that, and like you were saying earlier, that's only going to help you in boxing. You
Yeah.
know, especially when it comes to
Yeah.
defense. A lot of the fighters they don't, they don't have that pedigree, that background of the Muay Thai, and like the angles and grabbing and twisting, and a lot of boxers don't have that background. So that's
Yeah.
only going to be a plus. That's going to be a plus for you in that ring, fighting boxer wise.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, like I said before, my MMA has helped me a lot in boxing. Certain things that I do that, boxers don't do that, they're just not used to. And, it helps me and it works for me.
Mm-hmm.
So, uh, how about you're fighting at 154 right now, and there's a
Yeah.
big title fight at 154 this weekend.
Yeah.
What's your prediction on this weekend's fight for the IBF title?
It's kind of hard to say because I don't know too much about the other guy. Like I haven't seen him too much, but I know Tim, and I've seen Tim around in the gym and stuff. I think Tim's a great fighter, so I think as long as the best version of him shows up, he should win that.
Another great fighter in the 154 pounds, my boy Sander Sayes. What you think about Sayes?
I think Zayas is great too. Now I'm looking forward to him getting his title shot because I think it should be soon. I think he's like ranked number one in like the WBO or something. So it definitely he should be getting his shot soon, and I'm rooting for him, and I want him to win one. I'm looking forward to it. Great.
Mi gente, esto fue Joseph Brown en Sport Legend PR, la casa de los prospectos, con Sportbox TV Official, my brother Jay, y también con Philly Fight World, my brother Russell from Philly. Thank you guys. I really appreciate your time, Joseph, your father. I really appreciate you because you guys get in contact with me. We making it happen. Thank you to Philly Fight World. You the guy who make this happen, and I really appreciate this time. Stay tuned. Stay tuned. Pay attention to Joseph Brown career soon. World champion.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Put it on, brother.
Thank you.